a day on weekdays is really good. And then the best days would be those midweek days, kind of like that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday timeframe. In here, 10 to 11 local time tends to be really strong. You'll find, where we find here at launch and with many of our clients, that right before lunch and then they get right over the lunchtime, it tends to work extremely well. So the other thing is, LinkedIn and all of your platforms can be somewhat interactive, where people are writing comments, etc. And it's really important that when you have somebody that is doing that you are replying and engaging with those comments, okay? Whether it's a positive comment or a negative one, at least acknowledging it and addressing it in whatever the most appropriate fashion is for your business is important. Now, when you think about LinkedIn and the content or what you want to post here, lean it more towards your decision maker audience. So whether it is mid-level folks or executive level folks, it's the decision makers who will tend to be on LinkedIn, and that's really how you'd want to utilize and target this platform. And again, there's a breadth of content resources that you can share on LinkedIn. Might be blog posts or industry news or research. It could be company updates like an award won or a new product release, as an example. Could also be more educational, so quick tips or even a more in-depth kind of how-to list or list of things like a top 10 or best practices. I mean, you can really kind of go on and on here. But the big thing is, again, make it valuable, interesting, and engaging for your audience. And then we do have some organizations that really take LinkedIn to another level and focus in on creating LinkedIn groups. And so these might be private or public groups for a particular audience segment. Some, if it's a customer, like all of the customers of an organization, they might make that private to kind of control who's going to access it. Or if it's used for marketing purposes, it might be a profile of all the prospective target audience that they're going after. We have a client in kind of the project portfolio management space. And so they have a public LinkedIn group that targets project managers, because that's their target audience. And so anyways, best practices for you would be, if you take this approach, if it's relevant for your business, be sure to make it public unless there is some compelling reason why it needs to be private. Ensure that all of kind of the message templates are filled out, which gives the details about what the group is about and the value of being there. And then also be sure to include some of your search engine optimized words in your description so that people can kind of find your group. And that's a little bit best practices on the setup side. And then, of course, there could be a host of best practices on how to run an effective LinkedIn group. But really, it requires energy, thoughtfulness, management, and communication.